Imagine a place where fishermen cast their nets, warships patrol, and oil rigs promise fortunes. Here, hope, fear, and ambition collide daily. This is the West Philippine Sea. For world powers, it's a stage for rivalry and cooperation. It's a crossroads for global shipping, carrying goods and fuel between continents. Coast guards and navies from many countries move in a tense dance. This is why the West Philippine Sea matters to the world. The West Philippine Sea is a name that sparks both pride and controversy. Officially, it refers to the part of the South China Sea that lies inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. The Philippine government declared this name back in 2011. It covers waters west of the country, including parts near Luzon, Palawan, and the Spratly Islands. But the South China Sea is much bigger. It stretches from the southern tip of China down to the coasts of Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The West Philippine Sea is just a slice of this vast sea, but it is a crucial and contested one. Naming it the West Philippine Sea is a way for the Philippines to assert its rights and identity in this region. Within these waters there are many islands, reefs, and rocks, some above water, some barely visible at low tide. Each feature can mean control, fish, oil, or gas. Several countries claim parts of this sea, but the Philippines' claim is based on international law, not just history or might. For ordinary Filipinos, the difference between the West Philippine Sea and the South China Sea is not just a matter of names. It is about who can fish, explore, and protect these waters. It is about securing the future for families, communities, and the nation itself. To understand the legal basis for the Philippines' claim, we need to look at a key global agreement, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. Signed in 1982 and ratified by over 160 countries, UNCLOS sets the rules for using the world's oceans. It defines where countries can fish, drill, and sail. The most important concept here is the Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ. According to UNCLOS, a country has special rights to the sea up to 200 nautical miles, about 370 kilometers from its coast. This means the Philippines can use and manage resources like fish, oil, and gas within this zone. No other country can exploit these resources without permission. UNCLOS does not settle all disputes, but it does create clear boundaries. The Philippines ratified UNCLOS in 1984, making it part of its national law. China also signed it, though it disagrees with some parts when applied to the South China Sea. For the Philippines, UNCLOS is not just a piece of paper, it is a shield and a guide. It gives the country a legal right to manage and protect the West Philippine Sea, and it asks the world to respect this right. Back in 2013, the Philippines challenged China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea by going to an international court in The Hague, Netherlands. The case was actually heard by the Permanent Court of Arbitration. The Philippines argued that China's so-called 9-dash line, which is this huge loop covering almost the entire sea, had no basis in international law. Then, in July 2016, the tribunal delivered a historic ruling. It declared that China's claims had no legal foundation. The judges said that features like rocks or reefs simply could not generate vast maritime rights. They also found that much of the area China claimed fell clearly inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The ruling was clear. It supported the Philippines' rights under UNCLOS, and, it also protected the rights of other Southeast Asian nations facing similar claims. While China rejected the verdict, the decision was celebrated by many as a victory for the rule of law. The 2016 ruling doesn't enforce itself, but it definitely shapes global opinion. It's now a reference point for all nations, and, honestly, it proves that small countries can stand on legal ground even when facing powerful rivals. Maps can really turn a complicated argument into something easy to understand. One map shows the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, stretching 200 nautical miles from its shores. Overlapping this is China's 9-dash line, which is an irregular loop that cuts deep into the Philippines zone, and those of Vietnam, Malaysia, and others. If you look closely, you'll see hotspots, places where claims collide. Scarborough Shoal and the Spratly Islands are among the most contested. Here, rival claimants have built outposts, airstrips, and even artificial islands. These features change the landscape, and sometimes, the balance of power. Maps also show shipping lanes, busy highways for oil tankers, container ships, and fishing fleets. The sea is not just a border, It's a lifeline for economies, and a playground for both cooperation and conflict. For Filipinos, seeing their exclusive economic zone on a map is a reminder. These waters are not just lines and colors but a promise of security, food, and hope. For the world, the map is both a warning and an invitation to respect the law or to risk chaos. What lies under the waves makes the West Philippine Sea priceless. It's actually one of the richest fishing grounds in the world. Tuna, sardines, and other fish feed millions of Filipinos and provide work for coastal communities. But, overfishing and illegal poaching threaten these resources. Beneath the seabed, there are vast reserves of oil and natural gas. These could help power the Philippines' economy for decades. Control over these resources means more than just wealth. It means energy security and independence. Beyond fish and fuel, the sea is a living laboratory. Coral reefs support unique marine life. Protecting them means preserving biodiversity, defending coastlines from storms, and ensuring food for future generations. For the Philippines, these riches are not just economic assets, they're about dignity and survival. Losing control over the West Philippine Sea would be a blow to the nation's heart, its wallet, and its future. The West Philippine Sea is not just a Philippine issue, it's really a global crossroads. Every year about 1/3 of the world's shipping passes through these waters. Oil, gas, electronics, and food all flow along these sea lanes. If conflict erupts, supply chains could break, prices could rise, and economies could suffer far beyond Asia. Security is also at stake. The sea is a flashpoint between the United States and China, and their allies. Naval exercises, freedom of navigation patrols, and military bases have all increased tensions. But there are also efforts at dialogue, diplomacy, and joint development. Diplomatic incidents are pretty common. In 2023, Filipino boats delivering supplies to outposts were blocked by Chinese ships. In response, the Philippines strengthened ties with allies, called for ASEAN unity, and brought the issue to global forums. These actions show that the struggle is not just about territory, but about the future of peaceful order. The world watches the West Philippine Sea because its outcome matters to all. It brings up a vital question. Will law and diplomacy guide the future, or will might make right? The answer will shape not just Asia's destiny, but the fate of the global commons.